planning my own wedding and being in the industry, what are some of the biggest mistakes that your clients make?
Yeah,
Because I definitely don't want to be making the same mistakes.
good question. So when you're first starting out, I would say one, don't be so fixated on a date. I know that, the first time that you said I love you, the first time that you met at the specific place or when you first called it official and you were a couple that like if you're like, I want to get married on what's a popular date? A popular date this year is February 22nd, 2022. You know how many
Two
people are
twenty-two
like getting married
22.
on that date because two 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 two
Yep,
two.
yep.
Like they're so fixated on a specific date, and it's like when you are so gung ho on like a specific date, that eliminates you from getting a venue that you want unless you're planning this event a year and a half out where the
Mhm,
date is not taken.
mhm.
In 2022, the weddings are astronomically high, and
Yeah,
there's so many people who have already rented out these venues that the chances of you getting the date you want is very low.
yeah, totally.
So I would say to pick a season. Pick a season of, do you want to get married in the summer or the spring? And then go to those venues that you feel are those dream venues that you want to get married in, and then see what dates they have available. Oftentimes if brides are so fixated on a date, then that eliminates them from getting the dream venue that they want
Right.
because oh, they have this that accommodates this, but they don't have this is what I really want. And
Yeah,
had they have really looked at venues first before being so like this is our date, this has to be our date no matter what,
yeah,
it really like eliminates you from like what you where you can have your wedding. Another one I would say is
yeah,
budget. That's a huge thing.
totally.
Um, to really talk to your partner if you have another family member that's paying for the wedding or offering to pay for a certain part of the wedding that you talk to them about that as far as like the budgets and really doing that research as far as what the costs are in the wedding
Yeah,
industry because with the inflation and everything going on after COVID, uh,
yeah.
prices are really high.
So you recommend kind of, if you're newly engaged, you're like, okay, what are my first steps? First steps, obviously, deciding a venue or deciding where you want to be, picking a season, but not being so fixated on we have to have it on our anniversary date. And
Hmm.
third, creating a budget,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, actually, I would reverse that where it would be
Okay.
first talk about the budget.
First, talk about the budget.
Because
Okay,
venues
budget
are,
first.
you can find a
Yeah,
venue for like 7 grand. You can
yeah,
find a venue in Malibu for 30 grand.
totally.
So
Budget
really
first.
budget first.
Budget first.
Budget first and then look into
Okay.
venues and then pick a date. So those
That's
are my top three.
so helpful. I love that.